Hey guys, welcome back to the React Native course. In the last video, we have talked about what is navigation. We have seen the example of a stack navigator, drawer navigator, tab navigation. In this video, we are going to talk about how to implement stack navigation in your app. So first, what we are gonna do, basically, we are going to install a package or library called React Native Navigation. We will set up the React Native Navigation in our app, and after that, we will build login screen and the home screen, and we will see how to navigate from one screen to another screen by on a button click. Okay, so let's see that how we can do that. So first, let's open the browser. Okay, and what you have to search, you have to search on the browser React Native Navigation. So when we search, you find this article reactnavigation.com. So you have to open this. Okay, so you can see that React Navigation, routing and navigation for Expo and React Native apps. So this package helps us to implement the routing and navigation in our app. So let's click on read documentation. Now after that, what we have to do, you can see that a setup getting started. So let's see what we have to do. First, we have to copy this code. Okay, and we have to open our VS Code. Okay, and what we have to do, we have to just paste this command npm install React Navigation Native and hit enter. So it will install the React Native Navigation library. Now after installing this, we have to again read this package. So if you are using, then you have to use this, but we are not using Expo. Now after that, we have to copy this command npm I React Native screens and React Native save area context. Now I have to paste it here again. Now after that, you can see that it will took some time and it will install this package. And let's move further. Now you can see that now we have to in our app component, we have to wrap the navigation container like this. Okay, so let's go on the code and let me start my server also quickly. Okay, now I'm going to remove the existing whole code and I'm going to write a component using rnfes command, which by the using of ES7 extension. Now you can see that we have created one app component. Okay, now instead of doing like this, we have to wrap our app component with the navigation container. So let's wrap it. So I'm going to remove this whole code. Okay, navigation container. Okay, so I imported the navigation container from React Navigation Native. And if you don't get a suggestion, so what you can do, you have to just copy this and just paste it here. Now we have set up the React Native Navigation container. Now after the setup of this, we have to do the installation of React Native Stack Navigator. So we have to click on that hello React Native Navigation. After that, we have to copy this command again, go on the VS Code again and just paste this command and hit enter. So what is gonna do, basically it will install the React Navigation native stack. So we got the stack navigation functionality. Now after that, do npm start, so it will start our server. And let me on my emulator by typing A. It's loading, so I just press A, so it's opening the app on Android. Now after that, let's there's example called creating a native stack navigator. So first, what we have to do, we have to create a component like home screen and the login screen, right? So let me create a component quickly. So the first component which I'm going to create called const login screen. Okay, so this is how we can create a component, which you already know. We can create a component in a folder or whatever place, but I'm just creating in here and login screen. Okay, now after that, there's one more screen. Okay, now after that, what we have to do, you can see that we have to initialize a stack by create native stack navigator. So I have to just copy this code. Okay, now after copying this code, we have to do like this. Okay, and we have to import the create native stack navigation from the React Navigation Native Stack. Okay, and you can see that we are getting some error, some build error. So let me again run the server by typing the turns in. So our emulator is starting. Cool, not a problem. Now after you can see that after that we for the root app component we have to wrap the navigation container. Now after wrapping the navigation container, we have to import the stack.navigator. Okay, so let's see, here we have a navigation container, and what we have to do, we have to import the stack.navigator. Yeah, stack.navigator, and let's close it like this. Perfect. Now after that you can see that we have to define our component. So what we have to do, we have to do like this, stack.screen, and define the component name. So I'm just importing the stack. So we have already stack, and we can define the component name. So stack.screen will be login screen, and let me define a login screen. So you can see that we have successfully created a login screen. Okay, and we can see that. Perfect. Now after that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create one more screen called home screen. So I'm going to define it a home. Okay, and let's make a component quickly by copying pasting again this existing code, and let's change the component name. At the place of login, I'm going to make as a home screen, and let's change the text also home screen. Okay, now let's add it the home screen. Perfect. So this is how we implement the stack navigator. So if we summarize the stuff what we had done quickly, so let me summarize the things quickly for you guys so you don't miss the things. So first, what we have to do, we have to click on the read docs. Now after that, we have to copy this command and run on the terminal. After that, you have to copy this command if you're using React Native CLI, and hit and install this package, React Native Screen and React Native Save Area Context. After that, you have to click on hello, and you have to install the stack navigator. After installing that stack navigator, you have to create a one component like home screen or whatever component or whatever screens you want to make, and you have to initialize this const stack.create native stack navigator. Inside the root, you have to return the navigation container, like you have to wrap your whole element with the navigation container. And after that, we have to stack.navigator. Inside the stack.navigator, we're gonna have a stack.screen. Okay, perfect. This is how we can create a stack navigator. Now let's understand how to basically how to navigate from one screen to another screen. Okay, so let's suppose currently we are in the login screen, and what I want to do, basically, whenever we gonna have one button, and the title will be home. Okay, title will be home, and whenever we click on home, it should navigate to the home screen, right? So how we can do that, basically, let's create a function on press event. Now inside the on press event, what we have to do, inside the props, okay, there's one thing which I just want to add. So we have login screen. So inside here, like after installing the stack navigator, here we get the navigation parameter. Okay, so I'm getting the navigation parameter, and if I click navigation dot navigate to the home screen, let's see what is happening. If I click on home, so you can see that we went to the home screen. So basically, after installing that, inside the props we have access to the navigation. So there's one way which we can do. There's another way also. We can achieve this functionality by using a hook called navigation hook. So we have navigation, const navigation is equal to use navigation. So you can also use hook, that's up to you. Now you can see that I had done a typo with the initialization of the variable. Okay, now if I reload the app quickly and again click on home, so it's navigating. So that's up to you what you want to use. You can use the navigation here also, you get the navigation, or you get the navigation from the using the use navigation hook. Perfect. Now we have seen this. Okay, now what we have discussed that we will build the login and home screen and navigating from the one screen to another screen. Now let's suppose when we go to the home screen, now we want to again navigate back to the login screen. So how we can navigate back to the login screen? So currently we are on the home screen. So let me add a button quickly, and the title will be go to login screen. Go to login, and let's add a on page event, and whenever we click on that, it should navigate. So instead of, currently we are going to get the navigation like this inside the props, and after that we have to write like this navigation dot navigate, and we have to define the path name. The path is called home, and we have to just paste it here. Okay, and I just format the code. So how we can format the code? You have, there is a called option called format document, so it will format your code. Okay, now after that, if I click on home, so it went to the home page. Now if I click on to go to login, so it will get back to the, okay, my bad, I have to type here login instead of having a home. So if I click on go to login, so it went to the login screen. Okay, now this is the thing which we have talked about. So what we have learned in this video, if I summarize this, how to implement a Stack Navigator in your app, and we have seen how to navigate from one screen to another screen. Okay, now let's suppose you want to change the title of the header, like instead of having a login, we want to change the title. So how we can change it? We have to type options, and inside the option we have props called header title, and we can type login screen, whatever you want to type, you can change it. So in the next video we're gonna talk about styling of Stack Navigator, how to change the background color of the the top, this one, and how to change the color of this, and how to add this header of Stack Navigator. So yeah, in the next video we are going to talk about styling of Stack Navigation. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Please let me know if you have guys any question, any feedback for me. Thank you. Bye.